Hello everybody, this is Zodiakironfist, aka Rob. I play bass on YouTube. Well, I started playing bass back in 1984, which was pretty much the big upswing in the hair metal movement, or the Los Angeles metal movement, coming on the backs of the British wave of metal. And so I got into Iron Maiden and Motley Crue and all these bands back then that were so exciting to me. And not only did I enjoy the bands, but there was this local band that played with a bunch of junior high guys in my junior high. And one night they were playing, and one of the girls from my school, real popular girl, ran up on the stage and kissed one of the members of that band. And I thought, oh, that's what I want to do. I want to be a musician. What are my influences? And I gotta say, I've been on a very long trek, and for 25 years I've been playing bass, and I've picked up all these influences and left them off at other places. So I had this long string of influences. So rather than waste a lot of time on this, I just made a quick thing so you can see who were my influences, when they became an influence, and why. Ready? Go! I like a lot of different kinds of music, but my favorite genre of all has got to be death metal or thrash metal. It came up in the 80s, and it was just everything I liked about all the other metal. It had all the heavy riffs, and instead of singing la la la, they were just growling, and I loved that. And I've been following it throughout all the years. And there's really nothing that brings up my power level as a person, my personal power level, as much as when I flick on a good death metal tune and just run along with it. It's a great cathartic kind of music. Well, the why is interesting. My wife actually got me doing this. I was interested in playing guitar. I just got a guitar and I wanted to see how to play it. So I was watching these guitar players, and I stumbled across this guy named Marc Lecomte from France, and he was playing coroner songs. And I'm like, look at this guy with glasses who plays in France. He plays Coroner, one of the most awesome thrash bands, real technical of all time. And I thought it was so interesting. And then a couple days later, actually, I graduated. I got my PhD, and I was really tired and in a celebratory mood. So I picked up my guitar and I started playing. And my wife set down the digital camera on the table in front of me as I played Iron Maiden's Lost for Words. And if you dig through my videos, you'll find that's my very first video, is this Lost for Words. And we posted it as a lark. We put it on YouTube so Marc Lecomte could see it, because I was talking to him at the time. And then of course I wanted to show him that I could play bass, so I made another video. And the next thing you know, once I started playing bass, I got all these responses and all these people who wanted me to play more, and so I played more, and 2.5 years later, here I am still. And I guess that's interesting, because there's a psychological need that I have to play now and put a video on YouTube, and I think it comes from the fact that I miss playing with all the other musicians that I used to play with in my 20s. I became a scientist and I got married and stuff, so I don't have time for that. But I can play a song and put it on YouTube and still get an audience reaction, still get a response, and I guess that's what I, as a musician, have always loved, is just a response. So that's why I do it. How I do it is actually very, very primitive. I still haven't graduated beyond the digital camera my wife originally put in front of me. I put it on a tripod now, which I guess makes me sophisticated, but other than that, I really don't have much going. My bass is plugged into a Digitech BP80, which I don't really put any effects on it. I just pump up the gain quite a bit. And that runs into a M-Audio fast track guitar recorder, which is USB plugged into the computer, and there I have a piece of software that handles multiple tracks, and one track is the song, and the rest the other I'm recording on playing bass. Then I take that audio and video from the camera and I put them into a movie maker and sync them up, and that's how I do my videos. There's probably two of them. I'm really proud of my Schoolyard Bully video, and I'm really proud of my Vowel Song video. Both of those videos I animated characters, one frame at a time. Drew them on the screen and animated them. Well, I used South Park Creator to create the characters, and then I kind of drug them along the screen. But it was really hard work, and to match that, I had all these originals that we wrote in the 90s that I played all the instruments on. So I did all the vocals, all the instruments, everything, and I did the animation. So those I'm really proud of, because I really made those from scratch. Other videos that I'm really proud of, well, of course, anything I did with Metal Force 5, those videos are just awesome. But other than that, I did this video for Kalamazoo, and I did another video for Spaghetti Western, both Primus songs, and they feature my best friend since 4th grade. We call him the Sloyd on YouTube because we don't say his name, but he's just a goofball, and he goofs around in these videos and makes them interesting. The first one, he's holding up these crazy signs, and the next one, he's sitting on the couch next to me, and we're both acting like a couple of losers, which, strangely enough, is not really acting for us, if you can imagine. Well, living, I think it's pretty obvious that I would love to play with all the members of Metal Force 5 if we could ever get into a room together and play. I think that we'd actually sound a lot better because, we could react to each other's eye signals and things. And these guys, pound for pound, are the best musicians I've ever played with in my life, even though I technically haven't played with them. But anyway, dead musicians. Probably Johann Sebastian Bach. I enjoy listening to classical music, and Bach is just the most incredibly awesome harpsichord and keyboard player of all time. I mean, he was the Eddie Van Halen of his time. Forget the fact that he was dumpy. Forget the fact that he wore funky clothes. Forget the fact that he had this goofy wig. This guy could really rock. And I really ask all those, progressive musicians out there, listen to Johann Sebastian Bach, because that's definitely where all of our way of thinking got started. I have a lot of different hobbies. I like to draw, and I'll put up some pictures now. Okay, so I'm not that great an artist, but I enjoy doing it anyway. Let's see. I also like to take care of animals. Everyone's seen Sebastian, my cat. This is Nibbles here. This is my Oscar. He's gotten quite big. And I don't just raise big animals. I also raise little ones too. Over here, I've got a colony of mealworms that I keep. I'm an entomologist. That's my specialty in science. And so I keep this colony of mealworms so I could feed Nibbles here, and so I could use it for fish bait, which actually gets me to my next hobby. Fishing. I enjoy fishing. Haven't gotten out this much this year, but I really enjoy sticking a line in the water and reeling something in. And the last, and probably the hobby I spend the most on, my wife and I like to play video games, together. And we play all kinds of video games, but one that is probably stands out the most is we like to play Guild Wars, which is your MMORPG type of game, but you don't pay every month. That's what's nice about it. And we like to run around on it. We have this little guild, her, me, the Sloyd, and a couple of other friends, so far. And, we like to do adventures on it and collect stuff, every week. It's just something fun to do, and, the characters keep getting a little bit more powerful, but not too powerful. And it's a real fun game. Well, anyway, that's me answering these questions, and so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I want to thank you guys once again for even allowing a doofus like me to play bass for you. Hopefully I won't be talking too much, but while I am, hello and goodbye.